lovely friends, it is Margaret, and it is time to talk about my 2021 reading goals. Welcome to day 6 of the 12 Days of Margaret. Today we are going to be talking about my reading plans, my booktube plans, all of that, how I did in 2020 reading-wise, how I'm going to be approaching 2021, what my goals are for 2021, and then some of the things that I'm planning on doing here on my channel in 2020. I'm making low-key attainable goals, I hope. Things that do not require me to do a lot of going out with other people. I don't know if that's going to be a possibility for me in 2021. I don't know yet. It's just everything is so up in the air. So I don't know, but I do have my little reading journal that I keep that I am very bad at keeping, I'm going to be honest. So my reading goals for 2020. The first one, the one that I do every year, is reading 100. I don't know if I'm going to actually make it to 100 books this year because I'm currently sitting at 88. I have less than a week left of 2020 to finish all of the books that I started in 2020 and finish a few more because I think I'm in the middle of 6 books right now, and so I would need to read 6 more books to, if I was able to finish all of those, I would need to read 6 more books to make it to the end of the year. So I'm going to try. It is attainable. I just don't know if it's going to happen, especially since I am doing the 12 Days of Margaret right now, which means I'm putting a video up every day for 12 days. I didn't do as much pre-planning as I would have liked, but that's fine. My other goal was to read 12 books from my TBR jar. I pulled out 12 books from my TBR jar, but so far I have only read 9. I've got 1, maybe 2 more that we are going to try and get to by the end of the year, maybe if we can. We're not making it 12 books, but oh well. It's been a year and my reading life has not been the greatest these last few months, and I really haven't been putting a lot of pressure on myself to stick to reading books. One of the goals that I did meet, I was supposed to be reading 20 non-science fiction or fantasy books. So anything that was not science fiction or fantasy. I met that goal in May, y'all. I met it in May. Most of it I read in February. My goodness, I read 7 of those. Nope. 8 of those in February. I am impressed and proud of myself for having done that. I was also supposed to be reading 24 books from my shelf. So 24 books that I'd owned in 2019 or before. I was supposed to be reading 24 of those. And 23 so far this year as of October have come from my shelves. I only need to read 1 more. And I think I might probably have a couple that would work for it if I can read them. And then the second to last goal is to have read 6 book box books. I was subscribed to a couple of book boxes in 2019. I'm not subscribed to those book boxes anymore just for lots of reasons, partly money, partly because I disagreed with some of the things that the founders were doing in wake of what happened in June and then some of their own mess ups for one of those boxes. However, I did reach 6 book box books last year. I still have several book box books on my shelves, but I don't think I'm carrying that forward into 2021 either. But I was done with that goal in September. And then the final goal, which is one that I do every year, is to read at least 50 books by authors of color in my year. I just feel like the bare minimum of what I should be reading to be making sure that I am not just reading books that look like one certain person, and I don't mean Percy Jackson. I just feel that it is, especially since I'm on the internet, especially since I'm recommending books, it is my job to seek out narratives that are different from the narrative that I have lived and different from the narrative that is usually pushed by publishing companies, the storylines, the author. So far, I have done decent this year. I have not done as well as I did last year. At the moment, I am sitting at 41 books to that 50 book goal. So now we're switching over to the notebook that I just scribbled some goals in. Like I said, 2 goals that I stick with every year are reading 100 books and reading 50 books at least by authors of color. I am going to try and read more than that this year. I find 100 books to be a pretty attainable goal for me. It, again, wasn't this year because I had 2 months in a row where I only read 5 books. Usually I'm reading more books than that, but I discovered podcasts this year, so fewer audiobooks happening. Oh well. And I am also carrying over my goal to read 12 books from my TBR jar. So these are all books that are on my Goodreads TBR. It's not all of them, just it's a good portion of them. The yellow slips are books that I actually own. They're books that are on my physical TBR. it's probably outdated. The Coral Pink and Blue are books that I can get from either my library, Overdrive, or I do have separate Goodreads shelves that show me what books I have available on Overdrive and Scribd so that I'm able to, like, when I need an audiobook, I can go and be like, okay, what do we got? And then my 20 book goal for this year is going to be to read a 20 graphic novel. But my tagline is I gush about books and Batman, but honestly, when was the last time I actually gushed about Batman? When was the last time I actually read a graphic novel? I don't remember. I probably could look at my Goodreads and tell you, but I don't remember. I just have not been doing it, so we are going to work on that. Another goal that I have, and I think was a goal from last year as well, is to buddy read 6 books. It didn't work out so well last year. It just didn't. I think everyone was overwhelmed, so it wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for anyone else. I think I maybe buddy read 1 or 2 books. I think one of those books I still haven't finished. Yeah. I am carrying over reading 24 books for my shelves because, again, I want to get that physical TBR down so it is less than it was. I just would like to do that. And then another goal that I am going to be actually focusing on this year, I can't remember whether it was a goal I made last year. I haven't watched that video. But I want to finish 5 series this year. I just have been really bad about keeping up with series, partly because so many of the series that I read right now, it's as the books are coming out and I end up traumatized because I don't have the next book and then I forget that I haven't finished, that it hasn't been out. So, you know, I just... terrible book reader. I want 5 new series that I have gotten to the final book in. I don't have to worry about paying attention to them anymore. I just would like that. Now let's talk about what's going to be happening on my channel. I have a few goals that I'm going to be trying to meet this year. A lot of them are just like arbitrary. I don't necessarily have control over them, but there are things I can do to help me achieve them. So like if I do all the right things, it will be easier. I don't know. So the first thing is, obviously, this is in my control, but to post, continue posting twice a week. I want to get more consistent about that. I know a lot of my friends will look at me and go like, Margaret, you post more than I do. And yes, I know you're right, but I really want to like settle into that Sunday, Wednesday time slot that I have schedule, Sunday, Wednesday schedule that I kind of found. It seems to be the one that works the best for me time-wise if I'm actually on top of editing and all of that. I'd also like to start doing reviews and actually posting them. Like, I don't review enough books. I just don't for a booktube channel. And I know a lot of people don't do reviews because it's really, really disheartening to post that review and have no one pay attention to it for the first, like, couple of weeks. But the thing about reviews that I have found is that they're not going to get a lot of watch time at the beginning. But as you go through their life, they do tend to rack up a lot of watch time. Some of my most viewed videos, some of my videos with the most watch time, like cumulative watch time for themselves, are my reviews because people will find them when they are looking for stuff about that book. So it's a really good way for people to find your channel and bring in new subscribers. And one of my goals is to finally hit 1,000 subscribers. I was supposed to hit it in July. That was the beginning of the year. Obviously, 2020 happened. Anyways, I only have about 283, I think. Did I do the math correctly? I think it's 283. If it's not, I will correct myself, but I only have a little under 300 subscribers that I need, and I am hoping to get, like, through some of what I am going to be doing this year, to get real engaged subscribers, because I have a feeling that a good deal of the subscribers that I have on my channel right now are just people who subscribed and have kind of forgotten I existed, or they're not watching YouTube videos anymore, because I think that if they were all engaging with my videos, my watch time would be a lot higher. Speaking of watch time, I would like to double the amount of watch time that I am currently receiving. Speaking of watch time, I do want to double the amount of watch time that I have in a year between now and the end of, well, this year. I guess it's this year at this point. It's still last year when I'm filming, but it's this year at this point. I'm sitting at 1,000 public watch hours for the year. I would like to double that, get it to 2,000 watch hours. Would I like to also get it to 4,000? Yes, but I don't feel like that is a reasonable goal. We'll see. We'll see. Obviously, by subscriber numbers, technically I have enough that the 4,000 hours should be doable once I reach 1,000 subscribers, but again, there's a lot that's out of your control in that case, and I'm on BookTube, and I'm a small booktuber, and so people are not going to be seeing my videos and watching me as often, so I have to find ways to get in front of get on their browse features more often and get them to watch more videos. And that is going to be part of what I am doing this next year, is making my videos better. The second to last kind of channel goal that's not readathon related is to do a complete channel overhaul. No, it's not. It's to complete my channel overhaul. You may have noticed I've been changing up the way I do my thumbnails. I think today's January, so we're in a new color. But I have this 4-color scheme that I want to kind of make my theme, make what I do for my channel. I want that to be, like, it just makes me happy. I discovered that these 4 colors just make me extremely happy. And then the final thing is I do want to do at least 3 more of my small booktuber shoutout videos that you've seen. I did 2 last year, I think. I think I did 2. I know I've done 2 so far, but basically what those videos are is I just sit down and I pick 5 booktubers and I find one of their favorite books or a book that they highly recommend, and I sit down and I read it to see how our tastes align as far as that one book goes. I want to do at least 3 more of those videos because I love them and I have found some of my favorite books reading those books, doing those videos. I love long form vlog content. So I want to do more themed vlogs on my channel where it's like specifically one book or an specifically like a theme, something like that. I have one that's going to be really fun to go over. I can't wait. I'm excited to read these books so much. I don't know how they're going to fit with my January reading goals, but I'm excited to read them. I probably missed the trend because everybody was doing these videos in like October, November, and I'm gonna be doing it in like January, February, and people are gonna be like, Margaret, what the heck? And then I do have 2 readathon goals because I know that I am hosting them. One of them is a vaultathon. I want to do 3 rounds of vaultathon just like we did last year. I love this readathon. If you don't know anything about it, I will have the most recent announcement video linked. I have not announced the movies for 2021 yet because we have not decided the movies for 2021 yet. I need to do that. Probably should do that. And then the other one is the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge. I know those of you that are not doing it are probably tired of hearing me talk about this readathon, but I want to get as many character boards as possible. We've got like 20 something that we're going to be releasing. I want to get all of them. That may not be wise, reasonable, might not happen, but I will be trying. We are starting in January. The group book is Legendborn, and you build your Avengers team by finishing missions on mission logs for these characters. I will put Caps, because he's the one that is my first mission log that I am trying to complete, for reasons that will be apparent later on in the year. We're also watching 2 Marvel movies a month in chronological order of like when they happen, not when they are released. And we have a group book, which I already mentioned, that we're doing group books every month. All of the details that you will want are in my video where I wounded myself, injured myself filming. Let me just tell you, shoulder rolls on hardwood, you want to make sure you do that right the first time instead of having to do like 10 of them. Anyways, that is my very rambly 2021 goals video. I'm being very loose. I'm always pretty loose and like free flowy with my goals for the year because stuff changes. I'm one of those people that's like, you write it down, you make a plan, you have it so that you'll kind of have an idea of where you want to go, but don't be afraid to just throw the plan out the window because 2020 happened. If you are feeling chatty, let me know in the comments what's like something that you're trying to accomplish reading-wise in 2021, or something that you are trying to accomplish booktube-wise. Like, what's one of your goals? If you are not feeling particularly chatty, go ahead and just leave me your favorite emoji, or you can leave me the plot of the book you are currently reading in emojis, just because I keep waiting for someone to take me up on that and make me suffer. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, there will be videos over here. If you would like to see more on my channel, see more of the 12 Days of Margaret, go ahead and click one of those. I would appreciate it. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!